Hey folks, Dolph Van Dale here, and it's time I support some other channels and do some contests. I love contests because there's usually a theme, lets me dig into my collection and show things that I've had for quite some time that maybe I haven't shown before. And so the first contest that I'm doing today is for Vinyl Talk with Tavis, and Tavis is having a contest where he has asked for 5 songs that remind you of summer, that are summer related. And this is where I show that I don't listen very well because I got a little nuts. I got a lot more than 5. He asked for 5 songs. I couldn't help it. There were some album covers that were just so summery that I had to include them. And I even got a DVD. Let's kick it off with how about some Tiny Toons? How I Spent My Summer Vacation. I love this movie. It is so funny. I love everything about it. Great film. Yeah, Tiny Toons. How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Right. This is what I mean by album covers that just remind me of summer. This is Kiss, Hot in the Shade. That's summer, isn't it? Kiss, Hot in the Shade. Now we'll show some John Coltrane. My favorite things. This has the song Summertime. Such a brilliant album. Love his work on the soprano sax. So during the summer, we like to pump up the jams. We like to grab our boombox. We like to go out, and whether we're playing sports or it's like a block party, or it's like you go into the pool. You want to take that boombox and crank it up. Remember, this is a PSA from Daryl Hall and John Oates. You want to put your boombox in some kind of plastic so it doesn't get wet. Don't forget that. It's very important that you do that. Now, there are some albums that just scream for this. And those are the albums that you just crank up and all the way to 11. And this is one of those. This is Robert Randolph and the family band. This is Colorblind. And the song on here that makes me think of summer is Diane, where one of my favorite lyrics where he says, Detroit Rock City, listening to Kiss. You know how I like a night like this. And then he talks about how he's going to see Diane next summer. But this, just look at that cover, first of all. I know it's darn cracked covers on the thing. Look at that. Big boombox head blasting. And that's what this album needs. Now, more people will be familiar. If Robert Randolph doesn't really just, if you're not too familiar, the big song off here was Ain't Nothing Wrong With That. Man, try cranking that tune up and standing still. I can't do it. Right? So, the next thing I want to show, I want to show an album that's related to Robert Randolph. I thought this one just is one of those albums you want to crank to 11 during a summer afternoon. And also in the video where Tavis was talking to us about what he was looking for, he mentioned summer foods, right? He was talking about eating some watermelon during the summer because, it's just that perfect fruit that, man, it just satisfies you here in Kentucky. I know I love to eat some watermelon, love to eat some cantaloupe during the summer. Herbie Hancock, Headhunters, and the song on here, Watermelon Man. But yeah, so thematically, I guess it ties in with summer food and with summer jams that you just want to crank to 11. Let's continue on with summer food. We'll go Christian punk. We'll hit the double entendre. One Bad Pigs, Ice Cream Sunday. Because nothing sounds better on a summer day than some ice cream. And here they are on the back with their ice cream sundaes. And of course, we do have the song Ice Cream Sunday. So while watermelon and cantaloupe and ice cream all sounds great, there's nothing quite like some H2O on a summer day. And so another public service announcement from Daryl Hall and John Oates. Make sure that when you're out there on that hot summer day, you're getting plenty of water so that you can be sweating and keeping your body cool. Thank you, Daryl Hall and John Oates. So let me finish off the CDs with this one. We got White Heart's Freedom. At the time this came out, it was a summer. I'd spent a lot of time listening to this. It was a tough time because I remember my stepdad being in the hospital at the time with a pancreatic leak. And so I was working and going to the hospital and then coming home and doing that crazy stuff. But it's got a song on here called Over Me, in which the lyrics talk about God's grace and mercy being like a summer rain. And boy, I can almost feel like I'm in a summer rain when I'm listening to that song. It's such a brilliant song on one of the greatest and most underrated Christian rock albums of all time. And that's White Heart's Freedom. If you watch Vinyl Talk with Tavis for very long, you're going to hear him rave about a legendary gospel group called the Clark Sisters. And they sang the song, You Brought the Sunshine. And so after having listened to Tavis, I had watched the documentary and thought, man, I know that song. I don't have really any Clark Sisters, but I know that song. Well, I had it. Al Green covered it on one. Then this is the album where I discovered Al Green. I never heard his stuff from the 70s. I checked him out because Contemporary Christian Music magazine was talking about this album. So this album kicked off my love for Al Green, and of course, singing You Brought the Sunshine, which is what we need for a good summer day. I was a teenager in the 80s, so I think about Panama. Great song, maybe my favorite Van Halen song from the album 1984. And yeah, I remember maybe part of my association with Panama in summer is that I remember one summer, everybody's wearing Panama Jack. Panama Jack here, Panama Jack there. Couldn't get away from them. So, but anyway, Panama is my favorite Van Halen song, and it is from this album, 1984. So while we're talking Van Halen, you got to think about this album, David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat. And, of course, the hit, California Girls. Doesn't that make you think about some summer? If not, then we got some Richard Marx, and this has got Endless Summer Nights on it. Self-titled, Richard Marx. We can go back to the summer of '69 with Bryan Adams. Great, great album. Perhaps my favorite Bryan Adams album. And if that doesn't get you hot enough, then we've got another Bryan Adams that kicks off with In the Heat of the Night. Excellent opening tune. But there you have it. Bryan Adams. And I guess I will wrap up there. So I hope you enjoyed that, Tavis. We appreciate you here in the vinyl community for all your contributions. Certainly your contributions to what I listen to personally, because I've picked up more than one artist from watching your channel. For everybody else, glad you stopped in. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. And until then, from me and the kiddies, peace.